Hey there VC, it's Mark here. My first video in a while, you've actually seen me, and I'm hoping to do a lot more videos in the new year. Finally got my camera problem fixed. The camera I had was just dying. It was really hard to shoot videos because I couldn't see what I was shooting. The LCD screen was fried and it just made things difficult. So I've got a camera, it says it's HD, but we'll see how well the video comes out. I'm going to do a response video to Citizentoxie69's thread on Under the Influence. The video is about the fellow VC members who have influenced me to the point where I've purchased music that I've seen in their videos that they've talked about. And I have actually quite a bit, but managed to get it down to about 15 albums maybe for this video. And congratulations, Citizentoxie, on your Raoul, sorry, on your 200 subscribers. Just checked your channel just today, and you're up to 243 since you posted this contest. So, congrats, and many more subscribers to you. I think your deadline was January the 1st. Not sure. Hoping that I make it under the deadline here. So, I think I'll start right now with the album that's playing in the background. The Smiths, Louder Than Bombs. This was the only Smiths album I own so far, and I will surely be getting more Smiths albums. This one was recommended to me by Rob Paniques in Boston, and I wanted to know where to start, you know, as far as collecting a Smiths album, and he suggested this one or The Queen Is Dead. I took this one because it was the same price at the store as The Queen Is Dead, but it had two albums in it, as opposed to the single album in the other. And it's basically a collection of B-sides of the Smiths songs, and actually a very nice collection of music. I would really categorize them as more of a popish sounding group. I know they're one of the top indie rock bands of all time. And but their music, even though it's popish, it's really got an edge to it, and I really am getting into it more and more and more every time I listen to it. So that was recommended by Rob in Boston. Next one up is, I've always liked the Scorpions, so the Scorpions really weren't new to me, but I really didn't have any Scorpions in my collection, and I believe it was LP Loco. He now goes by the name of Juan, I wrote it down here in my hand, I keep forgetting, Juan Carlos, and he was really excited. He was showing this as being one of his favorite albums of all time. I remember the video, he was very excited about showing it, and so I had to get it, check it out, and it really is a great rock album, and very glad I got it. Next up, if you remember the Artist Master, she was a VC member. She had some really good videos, but she hasn't been active in the VC for quite a while now. And I remember one video she had, she was playing Lydia Pants, who's a member of the band Cold Blood, in the background, and I was just amazed at the voice that was coming from this person who was singing, and she reminded me a lot of Janis Joplin. She had a very strong, very powerful, soulful voice, and you know, one that could really sing the blues, I'm sure, very well, or any kind of soul music. I couldn't find a particular album that she had in the video, but I did find a copy of Lydia Pants' Cold Blood, this one here, and possibly it's the debut album, I'm not sure, but her video kind of intrigued me to purchase this, and I'm not sorry that I bought it. It's really an interesting album. It's very I would say funk and soul related, some blues in there, even a little bit of a disco-y sound if you like that. But it's her voice that really comes across in this record, and you know, so without the Artist Master, I never would have purchased this. One record I was very excited about getting in the mail, and when I got it, I let the person know that who had you know, shown this record that I received it, and I was really enjoying it. And it's When the Whistle Blows, Anything Goes by the Soul Survivors, and that was by And that was recommended by, not recommended, but I saw the picture on Facebook. He was really getting into this record. Memphis Vinyl Jim and the missus had this in rotation on Facebook. And I was very intrigued right off the bat, and I managed to find myself a sealed copy on eBay right away, and got it home, and it's just it's a great record. Kind of like the In Cold Blood, or the Cold Blood album. It's very funk, soul, blues related. Just a great listen all the way around. So thanks goes to Memphis Vinyl Jim and the missus for showing this. Many people have shown the next album. The very first one to show it though was Derek. At least the very first one that I saw anyway. I'm sure maybe others in the past had shown it. And prog rock album, one that a band I'd never heard of before, but they were around in the early 80s. And that's Automatic Man. And excellent prog rock album. Mine has a I don't think any of the other VC members showed this, but mine actually has a poster that comes with it. So, very much digging this record. I think Rob showed it as well. There was a couple other people that showed it, but it was Derek's first video, and he was, you know, the way he talked about this, group, I just had to get it. So, Automatic Man. Next up, Blue Cheer. Blue Cheer, I had never, again, another band I'd never heard of, and I guess I'm just a spud boy. Ottavio was showing this record and talking about its ear-bleeding musical distortion on this record, and one that has to be played at maximum volume, but not too loud because you might blow your woofers out, because it is that intense. Another great record, and one I'm very happy to have in my collection. A band that I'd heard about before, but I'd never owned any of their albums, is Marillion. I got the album Misplaced Childhood after seeing King's drummer, Gil, talking about this album in a way that, you know, you could tell it was one of his favorite albums, and thought very, very highly of it. So I had to give it a spin, and sure enough, it is a great record. Great prog rock album. Lazarus Channel, Dwayne was showing this as a Grail, and as soon as I saw it, even though I had the official copy of it, this is a bootleg, I had to get it. It's just, it does contain 2 tracks that the original, or the official copy doesn't have. And this is the Rush Moon Over Cleveland double live album, which is the same album as their ABC 1974. Exactly the same tracks, same sound quality, same everything, except this has 2 tracks that the other album doesn't have. Also, he was showing off the cool vinyl, and it does come in an assortment of different colored vinyls. This is kind of like a marbled blue vinyl on the one record. And the other is marbled red vinyl. So I was really excited to get this one, and being a bootleg, it sounds amazing. You can't tell the difference, at least I can't tell the difference between this being the unofficial release and the official release, ABC 1974. A great, great pop record. I hadn't had anything by this person in the past. I am not sure exactly. I'm going to say 95% that I'm sure that it was Tony, Mr. Fartboy, who showed this record a while back, probably a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago. And he was very excited about finding it, and ever since then it was kind of stuck in the back of my mind, so when I came across it I just grabbed it. And it is a really great pop record. That's Nilsson Schmilsson. And if you know the Coconut song, I believe that's what it's called, Coconut, it's called Coconut, which was probably the most well-known song from here, but also he wrote the song, and it's on this record as well, Without You, which was covered by Heart in the late 70s. another great song. But the whole album is filled with great tunes that that he wrote, and you know, this record, I'm just so surprised I'd never actually heard of this record or you know, had anybody else tell me about this album before, because it is that good. It's just a fantastic record. Next up, I've always been curious about early Fleetwood Mac. Everybody knows Rumors and their self-titled album before that, with the whole Fleetwood Mac gang, Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham, and so on. But I really didn't know too much about early Fleetwood Mac until I saw Jeff Reckerman 1958's video showing his Fleetwood Mac collection. A couple of the albums that he showed were this one, Kiln House, and There Are Trees. I came across both of these at different times for a really good price. They're not mint, but they're close, and I played them now a few times, and I'm really getting to appreciate some of the Fleetwood Mac's earlier stuff. You know, they went through so many stages of music before the Stevie Nicks, you know, part of their career, and just some great stuff. I'd like to get some more. The one album I'm looking for is their very first album, which is very blues related. But every time I come across one, it's either beat to hell or they're charging a fortune for it. So, but anyway, Fleetwood Mac. The next is going to be a series. There's 4 albums here. It all came from one video too. So I'm just going to show these quickly. A while back, about 2 years ago, year and a half, Vinyliciousness Teddy put out a video, Jazz Starter Kit, where he would suggest, or he picked out 10 albums that, you know, if you're trying to get a feel or get into jazz, these would be good entry point albums to get into. So I picked 4, and I ordered them within the space of a week or so, and I must say, you know, like, you know, when you think of jazz, well, you think of jazz as being a genre, but really, there's so many different styles of jazz, and all 4 of these albums are completely different in style, all great in their own way, and I haven't looked back since I bought these, and I've increased my jazz collection, probably went up by another 12 to 15 albums since then, because I'm enjoying it so much. So just quickly, Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. Of course, everybody who has a jazz collection has this one. David Brubeck, Quartet in Time Out. The Shape of Jazz to Come, Ornette Coleman. And if you saw my last video, my 1.5 minute video, this one was playing in the background. John Coltrane, My Favorite Things. And this one, so far, probably in my top 4 or 5 as far as my jazz albums go. I really, really love this record. And all 4 were recommended in Teddy's video about a year and a half ago. So thanks to Teddy, I'm now into the jazz. I'm going to go back to Robin Boston for a second. Smoking Popes. He was playing Smoking Popes in the background of one of his videos, and right off the bat I was really interested in it. They're kind of a pop-punk band from Chicago, Illinois, and they play some really good stuff. If you like the Ramones or bands of that type, you're probably going to like the Smoking Popes as well. They're just a great band. And this one is on a very nice clear orangey colored vinyl. So I was very happy to get that. And I must say that was one of the nice surprises. I get this a year and a half ago. When I purchased this, it was one of my better albums at the time, one of my most played albums at the time. I loved it. Still love it. I'm going to go to another Rob now. That's Rob Edelbach's. Couple albums. The first one is Cowboy Junkies, the Trinity Sessions. Now, although he never showed this album, At least not that I saw anyway. He sent me a PM regarding, or a message regarding Neil Young's song Powderfinger, and he said that the Cowboy Junkies did a fantastic version of it on an album called The Caution Horses. Haven't been able to come across that record, but the way Rob talked about the Cowboy Junkies, I just had to give them a try. This is probably their most known album, is the Trinity Sessions, and it is a very good album. The lead singer, Margot Timmons, just got an amazing voice. Very mellow sounding record, not one that you're gonna party hard to. It's just one you're gonna sit down and relax to. But it's great music, and I still want to find a copy of that Caution Horses album. Everyone I've seen so far has been on eBay and have been asking way too much money for it. But one day I shall get it. Rob also was suggesting, I had asked him to suggest maybe some new music that I might like, stuff that's coming out, today, because I really don't have a lot of new stuff. He recommended to me the Black Keys, and so I got Black Keys El Camino, and this is the special 45 edition. It's on two 45 RPM records, and pretty much every song on this could be a hit. I've heard many of these songs already on the radio. Some of them are getting a little bit too much play. You don't want to get tired of the songs, but Black Keys have some incredible songs. They're incredible musicians as well, and this was a really nice score. I found this actually from my hometown Hamilton, and in one of the record stores there, and I was very happy to get it at a pretty good price too. So, Black Keys. And the very last one I'm going to show is WordsDB Blake. He was talking, I'm not sure what the video was about, but he was talking about some of his albums that he really likes, and this one popped up, Love Supreme, John Coltrane, and he was going on about what a beautiful album it was to listen to, and everybody should have it in their collection. So I went out and got it, so there it is, John Coltrane, A Love Supreme. So that's it for my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and congrats again to Citizentoxie69 for your subs, 243 subs now, and please enter me in your contest. Take care, everybody.